Hello, Steve Reed here, oneclimbs.com. And for the first time, I'm actually doing a video post or a vlog post. And I've tried to avoid doing something like this for a long time just because I've always thought that doing video is kind of a little bit narcissistic in some ways. And the other reason is because, like most people, I don't really like the way I look or sound on video. And one of the many reasons I started my blog was to improve my writing skills. I just wanted to do better at expressing myself in text. And as the years have gone on, one of my dreams has always been to start a podcast, because I think it would be really interesting to have conversations with people and get access to individuals so I can talk with them in a constructive manner about certain doctrines and ideas and concepts, and have a variety of people on. But my life as it is very busy. I got a lot going on with work, kids, family, and everything, and I'm not sure that I'm totally ready to try to squeeze that into my life. There's a lot more important things I have going on, so maybe one day. So in the time being, I'm thinking, well, what can I do to prepare? Because one of my goals has been to get better at speaking. I feel like I do pretty well with writing, but I still think I don't do as well with speaking. I say a lot, and I use the word interesting too much. And there's some sirens going on behind me, so this is not the best place to do this. So I learned something else today. So the best way to start is just throw yourself into the pit and attack it. That's kind of how I do things, and how I learn is by doing. And so for the first vlog post that I'm going to do, and I don't know if I'll ever do any more of these, or if I'll do a couple more, or who knows, maybe this will be a good way of doing something. See, I just did it right there. I said and I just did it again. It's a bad habit I got to break. See, this is the other reason too is I've noticed that there's very little video of me in our collected photos or video of me with our family. I got tons of pictures of my kids, pictures of my wife, but there's very little of me in all of our family pictures. And one of the many reasons I started the blog in the first place was so that I could leave a record behind of my testimony to my kids. And I've always thought that somehow doing video or audio and having a little bit more of my personality and who I am recorded would be good for them as well. Something else to leave behind for posterity, because we live in this golden age of technology and communication, and it seems a little foolish to not take advantage of that and leave something more behind rather than just words on paper. I would think that if see, I did it again. If Nephi or Moroni or Joseph Smith were alive today and they had access to this, I wonder what they would do with it. Would they utilize it? How would they utilize it? So I've pondered and thought about that. So as I was going to the gym today, this is kind of the reason why I was wanting to start this vlog post. I did have a spiritual thought. So over this past week, I've changed my workout routine a little bit, and I'm focusing more on doing exercising muscle groups, different muscle groups on each day of the week. So I'll do a chest day, shoulders day, arm day, leg day. Got to fit the leg day in there, as much as I hate it. And with my bad back and everything, I've never liked I don't do squats and everything. I have to do other stuff, but I've figured out different exercises and it's worked pretty well. So this Saturday I was really sore from doing this new workout routine. It was the good kind of sore. So I was very happy to take Saturday and Sunday off, but still on Saturday I had this craving to go back to the gym. I was like, man, I really wanted to go back and attack it again. Well, I stayed up a little too late last night. I woke up and I'm out in front of the gym right now, and my motivation level, I just kind of felt weird, sleep deprived. I didn't want to go in, but I know that if I just walk in, there's no turning back. I'm going to work out. So I didn't think about the whole workout that was going on today, all I was thinking about and all I've ever thought about, my big motivator, has been just go through the front door. So that's my whole job, is to drive there and walk in the front door. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm gonna have a good workout today. Once I get in there, blood starts pumping, get my music on, it's gonna be great. So and that got me thinking of this spiritual parallel, to where sometimes we get spiritually demotivated. Our emotions, our thoughts, we get so consumed by things that, and I think there's a little bit of fatigue with God sometimes, because we struggle with revelation and getting answers to our prayers. And so we're like, well, God doesn't typically give me a lot of answers. I know I'm going to have to probably wait for a long time anyway, so I might as well not even ask him. Maybe out there you guys are more spiritual than I am, but sometimes that's kind of how I think of it. But the song that came into my mind as I'm contemplating and thinking this, and thinking back to the past experiences I've had, the song "Where Can I Turn for Peace," that reminded me of one fact that's always been true, and that is, even though I don't always get answers to my prayers, I can always turn to God for peace, and I can always get peace from God. And you can always turn to God for peace, because sometimes I think we can turn to the wrong sources for peace. We can turn to distractions to draw us away and kind of make us forget that we're in reality, and kind of detach us from reality. It's like movies, TV shows, just websites, the internet, social media. I hate blaming all those things. There's a really good podcast I listened to where it was talking about how those things are not the distractions. They're just tools and stuff. What we're trying to do when we go to those things, we're trying to escape from having certain kinds of feelings. When we're lonely, we go to social media instead of calling a family member or a friend. When we want knowledge or information, we go to Google and we search to find our answers. But where can we turn for peace? Where should we turn for peace? And I think turning to the Lord is always going to be a good source for peace. To just separate yourself from everything, quiet down, and just still your mind and talk to God and say, and in my experiences, I don't even have to ask for peace. Just the act of turning to the Lord is peaceful in and of itself. So that's what I've been thinking about today, and the strength that we get from God, and how there are so many parallels from the physical level to the spiritual level, and how grateful I am to God for what he's blessed each and every one of us with, that he's there with us through everything, and that he is the powerful source that we can turn to. So with that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and end this and stop distracting myself from going into the gym and the good pain that is inevitably going to come, and the growth that's going to come from it. So in that same vein, I'm also looking forward to my spiritual studies today that will follow, where I'll be able, after that rush of adrenaline, I'll be able to kind of calm down, focus a little bit, and see what Nephi has to say in this week's Come Follow Me. So anyway, I'll see you on the blog, and thanks for enduring this first and likely very painful to watch video.